Hello, Moment friends! Andang here, excited to talk about the 2017 Producer's Letter for LOTRO. The letter tells us that 2017 is going to be one of the biggest years for LOTRO. It talks about four main things: the 10th anniversary for LOTRO and 3 updates. The letter starts off talking about the 10th anniversary, saying that there will be a new event added to the anniversary and also be live streams and a whole lot of celebration, which is well deserved. MMOs don't normally make it 10 years, and so that is a huge milestone for LOTRO to be making it that far. The letter then goes on to talk about Update 20, which brings in the new region of the Wastes to LOTRO, which includes No Man Lands, Daggerlad, and the Slag Hills. Basically, all the areas surrounding the Black Gate of Mordor. The update will also include at least part of the battle at the Black Gate, and it will include 2 instances that are resource dungeons, which includes the Winding Maggot Holes and Towers of Teeth, where basically players will be able to go throughout those 2 areas doing all sorts of resource dungeons that are solo and fellowship. My guess is that these are similar things to what we had in Moria, which is good. A lot of people like the resource instances. It does beg the question, though, if crafting is involved heavily in this, and if so, are they going to be adding another crafting tier after these come out? In which case, these resource dungeons might not be that effective if that is the case. So hopefully they will take care of this issue by adding in a new crafting tier at the same time as these resource dungeons. The letter continues on to talk about the big update for this year, Update 21, which is the Mordor expansion. And the expansion will be addressing the fate of the One Ring and then allowing players to go throughout Mordor after the fall, embarking on new epic tales. The expansion will include new monsters, mechanics, and treasures, they say in the producer's letter, which is something we have not seen to that degree in a long time. This could be a Moria type of expansion for Mordor, where we'll be seeing all these new different types of enemies that we haven't encountered before and are hinted in the books but never really explored. And so I'm very excited to see how they handle the different new monsters and mechanics within Mordor. The expansion will also include whole new storylines that will look deep into Mordor. That sounds like side quests, but it might also mean that the epic story could end at the destruction of the One Ring, and then we could have new stories going throughout Mordor. That remains to be seen, but it's a possibility. The expansion will also be adding a new playable race, the High Elf, but in a separate interview, Standing Stone Games did say that there will be no new class with the High Elf, at least that's the current plan. And so this will be just a new playable race that will apparently have different options than just a normal elf. So that means that there will be certain classes that will be available to the High Elf that might not be available to normal elves, and vice versa. The Mordor expansion will also be bringing aesthetic improvements to all of the different playable races. So your characters will be having an aesthetic improvement, and it will apparently be toggleable in the options if you want this to be remaining on or off, and you can switch back and forth apparently. The producer's letter also says that there will be large group content coming with Mordor in a subsequent update after the expansion. This has been previously teased to be something involving Shelob and possibly some other different instances throughout Mordor, which would be fantastic. Very excited to see what group content they make in Mordor, if that includes some of the new monster types and mechanics that they were teasing earlier. And as if all of that was not enough, there is still more to come in 2017. There will be an Update 22 coming after the summer expansion that Standing Stone Games is not yet ready to talk about. My guess, though, would be more Mordor, since there's no way that they can cover Mordor in a single expansion. And so my guess would be that Update 22 will be just continuing that along, and probably several updates in 2018 will be continuing on with Mordor content. That's just my speculation, though. Let me know in the comments below what you think the new areas coming with Update 22 will be, what areas you think we'll be going to in Mordor with the Mordor expansion, and what you think about this news as a whole. I personally am very excited about this. This really is going to be possibly the biggest year LOTRO's had since at least the last expansion, and maybe ever, because it is the 10th anniversary. That is such a huge milestone just by itself. And then on top of that, we are getting the normal 2 updates plus an expansion on top of that. And so this is going to be a really big year for LOTRO, and I'm super excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all this, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again real soon for more content.